This is the Big O Show. 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 This is the Big O Show.
There's just one place where you can drive the new 2025 Acura Integra for only $289 a month. The Customer Appreciation Sale at Acura of Pembroke Pines. Thank you for making us number one.
When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM, make sure you call Orvieto's Awards and More. For 35 years, these custom award specialists have been providing plaques, trophies, custom framing, while providing state-of-the-art laser and computerized engraving, UV printing, and glass crystal etching. They do all their engraving and printing in-house for quality control. Call Charles at 305-949-8098 or visit them at orvietosawards.com. Orvieto's Awards and More, where recognition is rewarding.
I think I know what this is. Houston, we have a package. Hello?
No matter where you are, the Sloman Shield Home Security System guards your home. With next-gen perimeter protection, 24/7 monitoring, and interior motion sensing. And right now, get a free Sloman Shield security system and doorbell camera, all professionally installed, for free.
Shield your world, the Sloman Shield.
There's just one place where you can drive the new 2025 Acura RDX for only $399 a month. The Customer Appreciation Sale at Acura of Pembroke Pines. Thank you for making us number one.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
We're celebrating a new year with new savings at Toyota of Hollywood, the official #1 volume Toyota dealer. Save big on a 24 Corolla, not $24,000, $17,988. Buy with 0% financing, 0 down. We're bringing you deals that strike fast and hard at the #1 volume Toyota dealer, Toyota of Hollywood, on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
It starts every morning before the sun comes up. Projects are laid out. Plans are made. Equipment is fueled and loaded with inventory to handle all service requests. Orders are given to an army of skilled landscape maintenance professionals, certified arbor trimmers, irrigation technicians, and licensed pest management experts who fan out to communities and businesses all over South Florida. Experienced, on time, and dependable. Our staff is fully trained, licensed, and insured. Contact us by phone, email, social media, or through our website to answer all your landscape questions. We are Cutter's Edge, Total Landscape Solutions.
After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
There's just one place where you can take $10,000 off the 2025 Acura MDX. The Customer Appreciation Sale at Acura of Pembroke Pines. Thank you for making us number one.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welton Rayom. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welton Rayom can help.
When it comes to your smile, confidence is so important. At Moody S Dental, they provide the services to get your smile back. This family-run practice prides itself by offering the latest technology to give your family the best experience possible. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years with offices in Hialeah and Plantation. They accept most major dental insurances. They provide free new patient exams, 20% off select treatments. To qualify, please follow us on Instagram at moodys.dental. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years. To schedule an appointment in Hialeah, call 305-821-0231 and Plantation 954-692-6825. From Invisaligns, dental implants, same-day crowns, and the preventative care and preservation to get your smile back. Go to moodysdental.com to find out more and tell them Big O sent you.
There's just one place where you could drive a new Acura ZDX for only $239 a month. The Customer Appreciation Sale at Acura of Pembroke Pines. Thank you for making us number one.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors and Custom Drywall can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray or Mike, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors and Custom Drywall, 305-345-3649. Or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
The viewpoint statements or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website. When it comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O Radio Show is on. Here's the Big O.
Good morning, boys and girls. Ooh, I shouldn't do that with my voice. Anyway, hello. Hope you all are doing well. I'm hanging in there. Had a cold the last couple of days, and I kind of lost my voice at the end of Friday's show. Like when I went out, I went to go talk to Larry after, and I was kind of out of it. So I got to make sure I kind of not my normal self and kind of mellow a little bit more and not use too much power in the voice so I can last for a little bit here on a Monday. Anyway, hope you all are doing well out there. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you had, I guess, half the weekend that Tyler Herro had, right? Because he won the 3-point contest. Congratulations to him. Hopefully you got in a fraction of the fights that the Tkachuks did over the weekend. That means hopefully none, you know what I'm saying? Because they got in a few. That was entertaining on Saturday. You watch a hockey match and a boxing match breaks out, you know? So that was cool. That was cool. So we got a bunch of stuff to talk about today. Ira Winderman will join us tomorrow, okay? Talk to Ira. He's traveling, all that good stuff. So we'll get him tomorrow instead. Not that there's anything earth-shattering going on heat-wise outside of, you know, Tyler winning the 3-point contest. But that's kind of a norm for the Heat, right? That's their 5th guy, which is what the most in the NBA. That I will say this. It tripped me out. I forgot it was Daquan Jones. You know that? I forgot it was Daquan Jones because I looked at the winners and I remember Rice, I remember Capono, and I remember James Jones, right? And I thought it was Sundvold. I don't know why I thought John Sundvold won the 3-point contest. And then, you know, when he wins it, you know, oh, it's the 5th player. And then you find out the other 4, and I'm thinking Sundvold. Don't know why I was thinking Sundvold. And it was Daquan Cook in 2009. And I didn't even remember it, to be quite honest. But anyway, so the Heat's 5th guy to win the 3-point contest, which is a beautiful thing. And I say this only because, you know, just build value, kids. Stay healthy, build value, and we'll see if the Heat is smart enough in the off season to trade them and maybe get a pick or two if somebody is willing to actually do it. You know what I'm saying? But just kind of weird. I tripped out completely with Daquan Cook. Completely. I forgot. I would have better guessed Brian Shaw. And not that, you know, he has a record, and I don't think he's tied, right, for the record for the most 3-pointers in a game by a Heat player. I think that's his record. But it's just one of those things that I would not have guessed Daquan Cook. You would have stumped me. I forgot completely that Daquan Cook won it for the Heat. Completely. It was just one of those where it was out right there. I just was like, man, had no idea. It was just like one of those like, oh yeah, wow. I don't remember that at all. You know, that kind of, I had to kind of shake my head up there and try to remember about Daquan Cook winning the 3-point contest. But good for Tyler Herro, man. Good for him to have this season that he's had so far. He's needed it because he really hasn't been able to. It's interesting because he does have to have a little old school in him, Tyler Herro, because Riley calls you out, and instead of going into a shell or getting all into your feelings like Jimmy Butler did, he responded and he took it to heart because it was true. And so he has been available, and that's major progress, you know, for Tyler Herro. Now, remember, this is a kid that's working on an extension and a max extension. So timing is of the essence, that you stay healthy and that you're on the court, and then you're trying to get a max deal, which I would not give him a max deal, but I would trade him. So we'll see. That's the good thing about what's going on. Maybe he can build up the kind of value so you can move him, which would be really, really cool. Can't tell you that I watched the All-Star game or anything like that. I really did not care whatsoever. And in the 3-point contest, I just watched the highlights. It's kind of the way I caught up to it. But outside of that, I wasn't, I'm not much of a All-Star watcher anymore. I've kind of dumped all the All-Star games. They're so bad, it's pretty much unwatchable. And I'll watch the dunk contest and the three-point contest if one of our guys is in it, like I did this time around. I'll check it out. But outside of that, I had no interest in watching the All-Star game or anything like that. So I can't really talk about the All-Star game. Don't know what went on. The only controversy I saw out of it was that people were critical of LeBron for deciding not to play, and because it was 90 minutes prior to tip-off, and maybe he thought the ankle or the foot was going to be better, and it wasn't. And I didn't understand the people that were critical of LeBron. It's like, who cares, dude? It's an all-star game. And if the man who is, what is he, in 20 seasons, 21, whatever the hell it is, guy's played a crap ton of basketball. His body's been through hell. If he doesn't want to play in the all-star game, he doesn't feel right, that's the right thing to do, So I didn't understand people criticizing LeBron on that. I saw that on social media, and it was like, get a life, dude. I mean, it's just an all-star game. Who gives a shit about the all-star game? I certainly don't care about the all-star game. It doesn't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? For a guy like Tyler, he needs it. I know that his stint in the game itself was short, but he needs these kind of moments because he's got to, get to other stages in his career. So personally for him, these are important moments. But for me as a fan, I don't really care about the All-Star game. It does really nothing for me, anymore. But what can I tell you? Anyway, the great Sean Stanley is by my side here, getting it done as always. Remember to smash the hell out of the like button. Very important to smash the hell out of the like button. Gets the algorithms out. Of course, you can make a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. And you can use the QR codes that Sean Stanley will show you there for Cash App, Venmo, and even PayPal. You can send in a donation there too. Send in your questions, your comments, your insults, all kinds of good stuff there on Le Programme. So thank you all out there, however it is that you support the show, visiting our amazing sponsors, making a donation, whatever it is that you do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And of course, you can do the super chat also, but we encourage you on Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal because the show gets 100% of the donation, whereas super chat, stinking YouTube takes 30% away. Let me see what we got here on the chat board. Jeff in Long Island. It was a good watch. SNL. I did not see the SNL 50th anniversary yet. I have not watched it. I usually watch SNL in pieces. I don't watch it live. I watch it like on YouTube in pieces. So I guess I'll start watching it in pieces and all that kind of stuff. Dolphin Dave, very nice. Thank you for the kind words, sir. Very kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you. NorCal, can't wait to hear more about these show headlines. Oh, yeah, the Bullygate crap. Yep. To extreme Bullygate crap. Who gives a shit? It's done over with. Yeah, dude came clean now. Yada, 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 all that. Let me just might as well address and get the elephant in the room out of the way. For those of you that might be new to the platform over the last couple of years and you're not a long-time listener on my show, as you all know, I'm not Mr. PC. I've never been Mr. PC. I will never be Mr. PC. I am not Mr. Corporate. I don't do that stuff. I call it like I see it. I may be right, and I may be wrong when I call it like I see it. But I'm going to call it like I see it. And I'm always going to tell you how I feel. No matter what. I'm not a PC guy. Okay? And I'm very old school for a lot of things. Right? And in this case, I had the old school approach to it. I never really looked at somebody like Jonathan Martin that you're being bullied. You're 6'3", 3-something, bro. If you're getting pushed around, then you know what you are? You're a freaking wuss. Okay? That's what I called Jonathan Martin in those days. A wuss. I'd rather use the P word instead of the W word, because that's what Jonathan Martin is. All right? If your mom's talking for you, you're a wuss. You're a grown man and your mom's talking for you, and you're allowing this whole thing to take place. Richie Incognito, I know we have the Neanderthal fan out there. I'm not here to back Richie Incognito on anything whatsoever. Richie Incognito was an unreliable person. Hell, allegedly, as a Dolphin, he sexually assaulted a girl with a golf club at a team tournament. So Richie did a lot of shit. He was on 5 teams, no stint longer than 3 years. On the back end of his career with the Raiders and then right before the Bills, it was like his last chance from all the other screw-ups that he had. Just because the Martin stuff really wasn't his fault doesn't mean Richie Incognito isn't a major screw-up and let many people down on all kinds of different teams. So let's cut the shit already. So I'm not here to give Richie Incognito any kind of a break on anything. Richie Incognito buried himself many times over on all kinds of things that he did in the NFL and stuff that you don't know about that he did in the NFL. Okay? So enough already with that. Jonathan Martin is nothing but a wuss. A big, sorry ass wuss. And I almost have a hard time believing he's a Bitcoiner, because in order to be a Bitcoiner, you got to have balls. Something I've never seen that he has, because the way he acted here was like a complete pussy. All right? Might as well say it because I can say it on my own platform. So Jonathan Martin is nothing but a freaking wimp, wuss. I never had any respect for that guy. And I said it then, and I'll say it again. And what I said then, I was right then, and I'm right now. He's nothing but a wuss. That's all it is, dude. Nothing more, nothing less. And Richie Incognito is nothing more than a complete screw-up. So I don't want either guy on my team. Neither one is reliable. One is a complete head case, and the other one is a complete soft-ass wussy. So soft-ass wussies like Jonathan Martin can't play in the NFL. That's all. And he had a chance to prove it. Again, somebody gave him a second chance, and he couldn't do anything. He's a soft-ass wussy. Okay? That's all that Jonathan Martin is. Nothing more. Nothing's changed 10 years later with Incognito or with Martin. Incognito brought everything onto himself. What I'm tired of in this society is that everybody points fingers at everybody else for their own screw-ups, and nobody takes responsibility. And for you to come out now a decade later, it just shows what kind of a wuss you are, bro. That you can't stand up for yourself in nothing, in a locker room, with your mom, your dad, whatever, dude. You can't stand up for yourself. So, you know, I'm sorry, man. I don't believe any of this stuff. And I don't go for any of this stuff, and I don't give any one of these two guys a break. They're both cancers in their own right. Neither one of them are valuable to a football team. Neither one of them can be counted on. That's what I'll tell you about Richie Incognito, and that's what I'll tell you about Jonathan Martin. You can have both of them. I don't really give a shit. I'd flush both of them down the toilet when it comes to football. Okay? Want nothing to do with these guys. So I'm not here to give you the Neanderthal point of view and try to defend Richie Incognito. And I'm not here to give you your little soft-ass approach about defending people that are, soft. Toughen the hell up, man. That's what this world is. And if you're not ready for it, if you want to set your kids up for failure, there you go. Do exactly what Jonathan Martin's parents did. They set him up for failure. That's what they did. They didn't toughen up their own son, and when things got rough, his ass checked out. That's who Jonathan Martin is. When things get tough, he folded like a cheap tent. That's all. So I don't believe he's a Bitcoiner at all, whatsoever. You know what I mean? He might be on the bandwagon, but, I don't believe he knows jack shit about it, or is really a real Bitcoiner, or was even in on it when it was at 16. Put it that way. He doesn't have the balls I had when we were at 16. Everybody, it's going down to 10 and 8 and all that. What was the name of that dude that would come on all the time and say he's a stock guy? Teofolio. You remember? Oh, I don't know. No, because it was Bill at that time, not you, Sean. But he would come on. It's going down to 8 or 10. Let me see Jonathan Martin at 16,000 talking about Bitcoin, saying no, it'll go back up and it's going to go to 100. Good. I want to see him do what I did. Of course not, because he doesn't have half the balls I have, no matter how big and strong he might be. So Jonathan Martin is nothing but a guy that is full of shit, soft, and I wouldn't believe a goddamn thing he says. And Richie Incognito is an absolute outright disaster. Did he have talent? Could he play in the league? Yeah. Do I want him on my team? Hell no. Why? He's going to eventually fail you at one point or another. Do something stupid, get arrested, whatever. Okay? So this is what I would tell you about Richie Incognito and Jonathan Martin. You know what? Both of you can just disappear. When it comes to the Miami Dolphins, who gives a shit about Richie Incognito and Jonathan Martin? Two freaking embarrassments in Dolphin history. That's what they are. Two embarrassments in Dolphin history. Good riddance to both of them. That's what I would tell you about Jonathan Martin and Richie Incognito. Good riddance. Part of the long list of screw-ups for this team in the last 40 years. Jonathan Martin and Richie Incognito. There you go. Jay Gelfin, good morning to you, sir. Tyler was our hero and won the three-point shooting contest as well as winning the All-Star team, increasing his trade value. I hope so. Now I need the Heat to be smart enough to move his ass. One-Eyed Jack is in the house. He's starting to go. Is this the start of the pump? It's all about the M2 money supply. Once they start printing, which they're starting to print around the world, and then we need to start printing, it'll all explode. The Republicans will be taking out their budget, and it'll call for $3-4 trillion added to the deficit and raise the debt ceiling and all that. They're out of money. And all the stuff that they're doing takes a lot of money. Detention centers and going out and getting all the immigrants and all the other stuff that they want to do, it's going to cost them money. So they're going to print, and they're going to print a lot. So when that happens and the world starts printing and all that, it's going to be crazy. That's why I keep saying on the Crypto Bro Show, if you're waiting for everybody else, you're stupid, because then it gets to a point where the price is going to go and this thing's about to shoot right now. We're about to, in the next couple of weeks here, we're about to shoot into the 120s to 130s. So, and then it'll start with more vicious rips upward. We just need everybody to start printing, and they're all going to start printing because it's what they do. It's what we do. Cosa Nostra is in. Herro winning the three-pointer is like Bitcoin increasing in value, but with Tyler, it's trade value. Great for the young man. Fernando Perez, Ty in the Bronx, Yader Castro, Rosendo is in. Happy President's Day. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The wife and the daughter are enjoying a 3-day weekend. Big O, that All-Star game was so bad, looked like they pick a pickup game at LA Fitness. I don't watch it, Anthony. I don't watch any All-Star games. I only watch baseball. It's the only one worth watching. That's the only one that's like real. Big Johnson is in the house. Skylar Tipton, Ragin, Chase One, Brian Landis, Frankie Fresco. Unfortunately, the Miami Sharks fell to Washington Old Glory DC 29-31 on a last-second extra 2-point. And we will bounce back this Sunday versus New Orleans Gold. Rugby is fun. All right. Quantum Vortex. Tyler's next goal should be playing well in the playoffs. Yep. Only a dumb team would max out Herro. Well, we'll find out. Scary stuff, huh? If the Miami Heat max out Tyler Herro, then you're not interested in being a champion. It's pretty simple. We have gotten to a point, if you max out Tyler Herro this offseason, follow me on this, Bam Adebayo's not a max player. Okay, I'm not saying to get rid of Bam. I understand. I can keep Bam. And plus, he could have gotten the other max, the super max, and didn't get it. But he's not even this max. Okay? But his importance and all-around game, if you get 2 stars with him there, that would be fine. I'm good with that. But last 10 years, Whiteside, we can go with Dion Waiters. We could talk about Kyle Lowry. We could talk about all kinds of contracts. Hey, hindsight is 20/20 for most of you. Not me. Jimmy Butler didn't deserve the last contract. I said not to give it to him. I said to trade him because it was going downhill, and it went downhill. This team constantly has been giving contracts to people that don't deserve it. If you do this with Tyler Herro, I hate to put it this way, but yeah, you lost your edge on how to build a champion. Tyler Herro's not a 1, a 2, or a 3. Sorry. You have your 3, and that's Bam. Tyler can't be a 3. Bam does it all. He helps you on offense, on defense. He facilitates. He does it all. So I can deal with a guy like that for 3 because the third guy is not going to use the ball a ton. The top 2 guys are going to be the scorers. It's Zach and it's Shaq and Wade. It's Zoe and Timmy. You know what I'm saying? It's LeBron and Wade. It's your top 2 stars are going to be the scorers really on your team. It's really hard to have the ball in 3 or 4 people's hands, and so Bam fits that third role perfect. Tyler does not. Tyler's a complete liability on defense. So how do you max out a guy that isn't a 1, 2, or 3? That's why you got to trade him. You know what I mean? Some of you are already on that and you're getting it. You're understanding what I'm saying. I'm not being a hater or anything like that. I'm just calling it like it should be. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the disturbing things and the trends of the last 10 years with the front office. They have signed a lot of bad contracts. Maxing Tyler Herro would not only be a bad contract, but it will prove that they have lost their edge on what it takes to build a champion, because Tyler Herro is not the aforementioned names that we're used to being in the top three. So that would be several steps back, is what I would tell you. That would be the most disturbing thing about giving Tyler Herro a max extension in the offseason. Let's see what else. Redhead Kane. No way you give Herro max. There you go. You're right. Alexis Palenzuela. Let's see. People still watch the All-Star game, says Quantum Vortex. Well, apparently Anthony Campos watches it. Let's see. Josh is in. James Vivinetti. Lisa Rose freezing her ass off up there in New York. It's crazy, Lisa. It's crazy. Skylar says the 50th anniversary of SNL was fantastic. Had everyone in it. I heard that Dan Aykroyd was not there. Is that true? Because I read that where Dan Aykroyd was missing. Was that true? Was he sick or something? Or because that's kind of weird that you wouldn't have Dan Aykroyd there. You should definitely watch SNL 50th anniversary show from beginning to end and fast forward through the commercials. It was great flow and totally worthy. Okay. Oh, always wondered your opinion on Brock Marion as a player when he was here. As a person, I've heard conflicting things. He was a shit as a person. That was my experience with him. He was an asshole and overrated as a safety here. He wasn't that good here. He was carried pretty much because the rest of the secondary was awesome. So, yeah, he was as a coverage guy. But definitely a jerk as a player. Why is Julian Hill still on the Dolphins? Young and potential, I guess. You know, that's all. He does have talent. That I cannot deny that. A-Rod, Jonathan Martin lied back then, or is bro, it doesn't matter. Jonathan Martin is nothing but a wuss. He was a wuss then, and he's a wuss now, and he continues to act like a wuss. That's all he is, dude. Soft ass wuss. Nothing more, nothing less. He's a gutless individual. Zero cojones. That's all. That's what you got to look at Jonathan Martin. Jonathan Martin is a nothing. He stands for nothing. Okay? Anybody that's like this, that's wishy-washy and constantly changing their story and their opinion, they don't stand for shit. So that's all. It's pretty simple. It's really not that difficult to figure it out, man. So nothing but a phony. Let's see. I'm waiting for the media to blame Tua for Incognito and Martin. They should, because it is definitely Tua's fault. Let's see. Big O, why are these fools talking about Dolphins will draft a QB at number 13? I don't know. I don't know who those fools are, and why are you reading, listening, or following those fools is what I would ask you. Like I saw somebody wrote, it's a silly report. Well, the Dolphins will listen to a Tyreek Hill trade if they're offering, multiple high picks. Really? Wow. Oh, that's a real good report. Yeah, no. Yeah. First of all, Nobody's offering a couple of high picks for the guy. But you know how many people would trade an undesirable player or salary for a couple of high picks? Everybody. What kind of report is that? Well, yeah, they're open to it if somebody offers a couple of high picks. Nobody's going to offer you one high pick. You must be high putting that kind of a story out there. Come on, dude. That's a silly-ass story. But that's the bullshit that's out there in the media because it's the off-season and we got to fill something. So Incognito and Martin, that gives everybody an opportunity to write an article and fill some time and all that bullshit. I addressed it because I got a crap ton of DMs, obviously new people that weren't listening to me 10 years ago. Well, your thoughts on all this and all that. So then, so I got to get it out there and just put it out there. But, I mean, give me a break. So, Kevin, what I would tell you is those are the people that you shouldn't be paying attention to anymore. That's all. Let's see. This story only makes Martin and everybody else look worse. Which is should have stayed in the past. Exactly. That is so true, Raging. All this does is just brings it up and it proves once again why Jonathan Martin is just a useless turd. That's all. Sean, do me a favor. I got to clear my throat. I got a cold. Give me 15 seconds, 30 seconds. Real quick spot there, please.
We're celebrating a new year with new savings at Toyota of Hollywood, the official #1 volume Toyota dealer. Save big on a 24 Corolla, not $24,000, $17,988. Buy with 0% financing, 0 down. We're bringing you deals that strike fast and hard at the #1 volume Toyota dealer, Toyota of Hollywood, on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
Gus 1388 in the house. Luis Medina, Captain Saki. Let's see. Goran Dragic. I don't know what that means, Jose. Sam the Man. Juan Rosa, 14 years ago, James Jones won the three-point shooting contest. Now Herro is wearing that number. Good for him. Defense kills Herro, yes. Oh, what are your thoughts on Justin Tucker? 7 more women coming out and accusing. Well, dude, I would imagine that they're going to cut his ass. Right? I mean, that many women. Any of us could get into an issue with and have a disagreement with one person, or somebody could lie about you or something like that. But when it's this many people that come out, they can't all be gold diggers, bro. You know what I'm saying? And again, these are people of power and fame. So then you don't want to go up against people like that because they have the power and the fame, and they're going to have the right lawyers. You're not. So you're not going to have the money. They're going to have the money. They're going to have the power of the media behind them more. All these kind of things, and it puts women in a real disadvantage. And that's the worst part about all of this stuff is women get sexually assaulted, and then they have to decide on whether to go forward by pressing charges or going public because of the scrutiny they're going to go under. And it's like, wait a minute. They're not the criminal here. They're the victim. And yet we treat them like a criminal. And so then, and we know that there are a lot of women that are dirty and they are gold diggers and they're not. And so then that's the problem. And we've created this well, the women that are bad have created this environment because they're the ones that have kind of created this doubt in society from everybody when women come forward. So it puts the women that are truly sexually assaulted in a terrible situation. So whether it's Watson or this guy or whoever, Antonio Brown or whatever, the woman then has to decide about, does she go public? It's embarrassing. And then that person has power and all that. And it's disgusting. It really is. So when it's this many, Justin Tucker clearly has a problem, bro. Clearly. Because that's not going to happen to you or me. One, we don't put ourselves in that spot where we're hiring and going to different massage parlors and all that kind of shit. That's not in our DNA. We don't do that. So there's no way we're going to have that many women. Plus, obviously, we're not famous and all that kind of stuff. But it's just a weird dynamic, dude. Like, and if they clearly have proven that he has been at all those places, that's bad. So I would imagine that this is not going to end well for Justin Tucker. Maybe that's why he started kicking badly. Anybody thought about that? These these charges, these women, were they already contacting him and his agent and lawyers in the last year or something, and then he had that on his mind because he's been kicking terrible for his standards. So was that already in there? And now we have all these other women. So I would imagine if you're the Baltimore Ravens, you need to, bro, it's just a kicker. Go find another one. I get what he used to be, but he's not that right now. And now the baggage is outweighing the talent. So Tucker obviously is and you better get rid of him. Let's see. This Heat team is in bad shape. Well, it's young and soft. So that's the one thing. That's the one thing that, Kevin, I will tell you, this bothers me the most about this Miami Heat team. Soft like Jonathan Martin. Wussies like Jonathan Martin. They get pushed around like Jonathan Martin. That's the part that I can deal with mistakes. I can deal with not knowing how to win because they're young and all that kind of stuff. I can deal with all of that. Cold shooting. I can deal with growing pains. I can't deal with a lack of guts or toughness. You got to have that from the second you step on the court. You know what I'm saying? You could go look at Keith Askins and look at his skinny ass when he first got out of UAB with the Miami Heat, and he was going to get his nose dirty, as they say, every single time. He would have to polish up his offensive game and all that when he got to the NBA, but he was going to be a dog on defense no matter what. So just because you saw his long, tall, skinny, lanky ass, you weren't going to just be pushing him around. So I need to see. I don't see that. And that's what you saw from Keith Askins right away. Like, you knew, oh, this guy will never be a star, but he's a dog. He's a hell of a role player. He's a son of a bitch. I don't see a lot of son of a bitches on the Miami Heat right now. That, to me, Kevin, is the most disturbing thing about the Heat. Soft. And that's not like a Riley type team. Soft is not what they usually don't bring soft players to this organization. That's a soft team right now. Let's see. Don't think many youngsters would know who is Edward Murrow or Walter Cronkite. No, they won't. Lisa says no Aykroyd, Dana Carvey, or Bill Harder. Oh yeah, he is awesome. No Bill Harder, huh? Wow. Or is it Herder? I think it's Herder, right? Scheduling conflicts for Herder, but no reason for Aykroyd or Carvey. Okay. Yeah.
I believe it's Hader.
It is Bill Hader. That's it. Bill Hader. You are correct, sir. He is awesome. He's one of my favorites, actually. And no Dana Carvey. Wow. Breaking news, Cheech and Chong offered the Dolphins a bag of seeds for Tyreek Hill, but wait, for an extra bag of seeds, they'll take Jay Hill also. It's a pretty good deal. Pretty good deal. Let's see. The Incognito Martin story reminds me of Spanish saying, no revuelas la mierda. No revuelas la mierda. Jonathan Martin is a coward. Yes, he is. Pat in Asheville, absolutely why Tucker had the worst season of his career, right? Something was going on behind the scenes. He knew that it was cooking. Let's see. Tucker's going to end up getting released, and guess who's going to sign him? KC, says Pinball Wizard. No, but they have their own guy already. They have the guy that puts women in the kitchen, barefooted and kitchen and cooking. So they have their guy, and he's pretty good. Adam Pinkser says, I've been out of pocket lately. My work schedule has changed. I've been catching up through the podcast. Are you coming to Indy for the No combine for me. No. Adam, I got to tell you something. And, you guys know I'm brutally honest. I'm going to be semi-checked out from the offseason. I got to tell you, I'm not really going to be too much into the offseason. So, it is what it is. I'm not even going to go to camp this year. I'm not going to waste my time going to camp this year. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not very hopeful at all for this season. So I am unwilling to spend the money or waste the time. And I'm sure I'd rather go to Indy to go hang out with you and your wife. All right. You know what I'm saying? Meet with you all. That would be the highlight of it. But as for Dolphin purposes, yeah, no, it's kind of a waste of time. So, yeah, I'm not very hopeful for anything this offseason, to be quite honest. You guys, unfortunately, I'm sorry. That's what you're going to get from me. I'm just it just does nothing for me, really, at all. What do the Heat have to do to not call this season a failure? Make the playoffs and not the play-in. You have no stars on this team. If you somehow make the playoffs without making the play-in, that would be phenomenal. This is a soft team that gets pushed around, young, has no stars whatsoever. Yeah, that would be a real success. It would be pretty cool just to make the playoffs for them, play-in and everything, because it's not really a good team. But if they can make the playoffs without the play-in, that alone would be a success with this team now at this point. That's how that to me is how low the bar is for them, because they're not very good. So I can't put something unrealistic on them. You know what I mean? I just can't have unrealistic expectations. Let's see. Wonder if they did a tribute for SNL members no longer with us. I have no idea. I want Winston as a backup. What do you think, Big O? No. I don't want Jameis Winston at all. He's never gotten rid of his turnover bug. Bill Hader as Gay Stefan on SNL Weekend is a classic comedy gold. Oh, for sure. For sure. Stefan was amazing. Chase one says, understandable, Big O. Murphy says, puts women barefoot in kitchen. I need to check out this offseason. Your political takes are jacked up. I'm sure Kamala appreciated your vote. I don't know, bro. If you listen, I bash all of them, Kamala and everybody else. But he did say that, didn't he? Didn't the Kansas City Kickers say about women should be cooking and taking care of the house and all that kind of shit? So, yeah, he did say that. So, but I mean, if you're butthurt, bro, I can't help you, dude. You know, Murphy, I can't help your sorry ass if you're a little butthurt, brother. If you're a little tight ass, you know, on one end or the other. If you've listened to the show, all I did was bash Biden and make fun of Harris for 4 years. So I'm not sure what you're paying attention to, but I make fun of both sides. Both are clown shows. But apparently you're on one of the clown shows because your little feelings are hurt, Murphy. Pobrecito. Did you get in your feelings like Jonathan Martin there, Murphy? Is that what happened, Murphy? Oh, little baby. You hurt your feelings, bro? Murphy. Poor little baby. He's got his feelings hurt. Ohio John, thank you, sir. Appreciate you. If Belushi and Farley hadn't died young, I wonder who would have been the bigger star long term. Oh, Belushi. I would go. I think Belushi had more depth than Farley. Yeah, but both were phenomenal. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. Adam Pinkster, why do people still think you're a conservative or liberal? Have they not? Bro, because Adam, the people that are either liberal or conservative, they only are in their echo chamber. So if they hear somebody say anything about their people, they get all bent out of shape and then they don't know who I am. And it's like, yo, I rip Dems and Republicans all the time. I'm not a fan of either. But at that moment, a little bitch like Murphy gets all bent out of shape because he only hears what he wants to hear because he's ultra sensitive. See what I'm saying? So that's what's wrong with those people. Whether it's on one side or the other, they get too ultra sensitive about it and they don't understand that I don't give a crap about either side. I bash them both. I think they're both garbage. Neither one helps us, but they only, little bitches like Murphy only hear what they want to hear. So that's why they get all butthurt right away. You know what I mean? They're not really real followers of the show. They don't really listen. They don't really check it out. It's like, I laugh at Kamala Harris. She's an absolute joke, but so is everybody else, bro. Give me a break. Let's see. Oh, he's driving the clown car. Obviously. True Finn fan agrees. Belushi hands down. John Belushi was great in the movie Neighbors. And Belushi was really, really talented. Really, really talented. He could play the goofball, but he could probably play some other roles too for you. You know, Belushi was a really, really, really exceptional actor, bro. He was literally quoting the KC kicker. Dude listened for 15 seconds. Got him so riled up, he forgot how to spell words. Oh, man. But anyway, that's it's kind of how it goes, bro. That's how this political environment is. Everybody's so riled up on one side or the other, and they can't handle any of the criticism or the realities of it. They can't handle the realities of their own parties or whatever, or people or whatever. But as for me, I don't care about either side. I've said it 1,000 times, and it's proven over and over again. It's all there, dude. It's all there. All the audio's there, all over the place. Not a fan of Dems, not a fan of Republicans. Neither one has helped us. I don't think how many times do I say that the last 4 presidents have printed 30 trillion of our $37 trillion deficit. Our last 4. 2 are Dems, 2 are Republicans. I'm not choosing sides. I'm just stating facts. That's it. That's all. Live with it, bro. It is what it is. Both of them suck, and both of them bury us constantly. They just take turns. What we are is we're kids in the middle of an ugly divorce. That's all. And one parent takes a turn at the other, and they use us as the tool. And that's it. That's all it is. And the more you understand that and wake up, you'll see that neither one is going to help us. That's all right. You know, that's how it goes. Do you think Kamala would have been the same for Bitcoin as Trump? No. That's the only, well, yes and no. Kamala wouldn't have taken out a meme coin, 2 meme coins, Trump and Melania, and ripped off people billions of dollars. So that those billions could have gone into like real crypto. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but overall, the Republicans are better for crypto. Not Trump. The Republicans are better for crypto. Because Trump is just like getting on the bandwagon now. He doesn't know anything about it. It's his sons and obviously Cynthia Lummis and all the people around him that actually really know about it. He's just grifting on that whole thing. You know what I'm saying? But Republicans are better for it. You know, there's no doubt about that. Like I tweeted out this weekend, there's a picture of all 3 presidents. Milei from Argentina, Trump, and then Bukele. And Bukele's Bitcoin, Trump coin, and Milei ripped off people at the Libre coin this weekend, and now he's being investigated. So that president in Argentina backs a shit coin that rug pulls people. Here, our president pulls out a shit coin that rugs pull people, and two meme coins that rug pulls people. So yeah, Trump is much better for Bitcoin, but then he also is bad for crypto because he's ripping people off with the meme coin. So I don't know how you want to look at that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, and those are facts, of course. Not that, what's the little bitch's name? Murphy could handle the truth, of course. Ho Yoon! Thank you, sir, for the love on Venmo. Appreciate you as always. Thank you, my friend. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. And you can also make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation. There we go. What else do we have? People are too blind to see the real problems. Yeah, it's just we become like cheerleaders for either side, and we should be cheerleaders for red, white, and blue, not donkeys or elephants. Let's see. Murphy does not listen to the Big O Show. Those of us who do, we know you don't care about either side. He cares about the people. Exactly. I care about us, not them. What else? One of my favorite skits on SNL was Chevy and Richard Pryor going back and forth with white and black remarks. It was genius. I got to go back and check that out. Is Rex Reina going to coach again, Big O? Rex Ryan. I would not think so, Dolphin Dave. I never really believed that he was going to get the Jets job, and they would be the only people that would be stupid enough to hire Rex Ryan. So, no, I don't think anybody gives Rex Ryan another job. Why would you give him a job at this point? Yeah. That'll never happen. Rick Ross has a coin now. Yeah, there you go. But he's the boss, that Rick Ross. But Rick Ross could do some cool shit with a meme coin. Okay? He could actually, and by the way, boss, if you're watching, let me give you an idea there, cuz you come out with your own meme coin, right? And your fans can collect the meme coins. And then with a certain amount of, you have like levels, right? And if you get to boss 2 level or boss 5 level or whatever the hell it is, that you own 50,000 of them, okay? You get into a drawing to meet Rick Ross after a concert or whatever, something like that. So then the person, those 50,000 coins that they bought for whatever it is, $100, $500, $1,000, whatever the price was of that, they have to donate those coins to meet you, and that goes to charity. And you burn the coins, and then guess what happens? It becomes deflationary. Just saying, Rick. This is how you do it, where you actually turn it into something good. And then you have another drawing where certain, things like that. And if you have a smaller level, they can win a Rick Ross shirt. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. You can have a lot of fun and interact with your audience and your fans, Rick Ross, or any other act out there. Now, if you're just going to do a shit coin just to do a shit coin and rug pull people like the Trump coin or the Libra coin or whatever it is, any of these Hawk to a girl, all these stupid coins that people invest in and get ripped off on, well, that sucks. But if you did it so you can actually interact with your fans and give them opportunities to win and things like that, sign CDs, maybe one of your gold records, you get a copy of a gold record frame and you sign it and give it to one of your fans who, groups of fans that have 10,000 tokens, or 100,000 tokens, whatever the hell it is that you do it with. Call me, brother. I'll hook you up and I'll set you up, Rick. I'll set you up, and that way you're doing something really cool and you're not doing shit coins. You're doing something that makes, your fans happy, which I think is really super cool. Anyway, what else? Does it matter what backup QB we have with the coach not knowing how to adjust to their skill sets? See, this is why JJ the boss can call himself the boss, because the dude gets it right there. JJ the boss gets it. You're not going anywhere anyway. You got a clown coaching your team. You got a guy that doesn't know how to get it done. Doesn't matter who the backup is. He doesn't even know how to maximize the starter. He gets Huntley and then thinks he can do the same offense. Doesn't change it. Huntley doesn't start running till the last game that he played when he got injured. And he didn't get injured because he was running. He got injured because he's not a smart passer. And he ran to the sideline and waited like 800 seconds and then took a shot and injured his shoulder. And JJ, that's why I'm not wasting my time going to the combine, because of Mike McDaniel. That's why I'm not going to waste my time. I went to training camp and I told you guys, oh man, they're going to feature Jonnu Smith. He's all over the place. For a month, they didn't do anything with him. I'm just tired. So why am I going to go and sweat my ass off and all that stuff? No, dude, I'm not doing that. Why am I going to go to the Senior Bowl and work and for what, dude? So Mike McDaniel can screw everything up? I feel terrible for the front office because they're in a rock and a hard place. They've hired the wrong coaches, and no matter what they do, the guy they have on the sideline cannot maximize it. That's sad, bro. So, JJ the boss, you're in, brother. You're in. Chillin'. Joseph, still hurting from my birthday party Saturday. Well, I hope you had a lot of fun, because it sounds like you had a lot of fun, which is good, True Fin fan. And happy birthday once again. Cobra Kai, great finish to the series. Loved how they closed all the boxes with characters. Very good. Also, Captain America, complete trash. Big O, I can be your movie guy on your show. Eddie Murphy had a what last night? He said, what Brown can do for you. He had a Jimmy Butler last night. Is that what you're saying?
I think it's supposed to be skit. SKIT.
Oh, he had a skit last night about what Brown can do for you. Okay, I see. Okay. We need a Richie Incognito coin. Oh, there you go. Even like members only concert sounds good. Oscar Rojas is in the house. Yes, I addressed the Bullygate yams. You can check out the beginning of the show. It's there somewhere. New Reacher. Yes, I can't wait for the new Reacher season. Thank you, Ocala Joe. I'm feeling all right. Still got a sore throat. I've kind of been dealing with a sore throat the last couple of weeks, and then now I ended up getting like a little bit of a cold. So far the cold hasn't gotten really bad. Very light phlegm, but yeah. So I'm just obviously got to pace the throat. What else do we have going on? Let's get to our 3A Graphics sports calendar and the amazing Alan Blanco custom printing and embroidery. Tyler Herro wins a 3-point contest in the All-Star game. It's the 5th Heat player in history to win the 3-point contest, joining Rice, Capono, Cook, and Jones. Thursday will be the finals for the 4Nations face-off. It'll be the USA and to be determined today, a couple of games, including Sweden and USA at 8 o'clock. But the 2 games today, they'll decide who plays the USA in the finals on Thursday. Don't expect to see Tkachuk. I would imagine they'll rest a couple of guys today because they don't need the game at 8 o'clock. This game is useless today. USA already made the finals. 8 o'clock will be the face-off on Thursday. Yes, sir.
David Dwork just retweeted somebody that said Matthew Tkachuk did not skate this morning, so I think you're 100%.
Yeah. Why? Are you kidding me? He got banged up, and they already made it to the finals, so you'll probably rest a bunch of people in this game. Anyway, that was common sense. CONCACAF Champions Cup on Tuesday, 8 o'clock. Sporting KC taking on Inter Miami, hosting them in Kansas City. Yes, another freezing storm where limbs will fall off, and yet Inter Miami is there. I whatever, bro. Anyway, Saturday, all right, at Beyond Bankcard Field. Well, Fort Lauderdale United, baby, taking on Lexington SC. They restart the season. 7:30 will be the kickoff there. So get down there and support your local soccer team. What the hell is wrong with you people? Nova Southeastern defeated St. Leo 102-73. MJ Araldi had 30 points. They're 23-1, 15-1 in the Sunshine State. Wednesday, they're at Florida Southern College at 7:30. Saturday, UM lost to Pitt 74-65. They dropped to 6-19, 2-12 in the ACC. Wednesday at 9 o'clock, Miami will take on FSU. And the Lady Canes, they lost to the Lady Seminoles 83-82. Haley Cavender, by the way, 27 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. Thursday, they take on number 2 Notre Dame at 7 o'clock. That is your 3A Graphics sports calendar. All right. And after we got off on Friday, the Dolphins made some moves. They cut Kendall Fuller, Raheem Mostert, and Durham Smythe, saving themselves around $8 million in the cap. And listen, we told you already, I think Chubb will be a post-June 1 cut. They'll make some other cuts now. They're not done yet. They'll figure out some stuff. They'll rework some contracts. They're going to try to open up some cap space for free agency, re-signing their draft picks, all those kind of things. So expect more cuts from the Miami Dolphins overall. They still got to do something with Armstead. They've got a bunch of stuff that they're going to end up doing. Some of it will be June 1st. And some of it will be before because they still have to get under the cap. But they'll have plenty of ways of getting under the cap and restructuring deals and all that kind of stuff. So they'll figure it out. That part, do not fret, as they say, Dolphin fans. That's the easy part. They'll figure it out. And I told you that it gets ugly next year. Really ugly next year. Remember there was a cap crisis they were talking about last year, and I kept telling you that no cap crisis. It's just this is how they. I have a tweet out there that says this is how they waste your time, and I didn't add that. It's just you run out of space. You only have 40 characters or whatever, and I don't pay Elon for the check mark, so I don't. I know it hurts me because less people get to see my tweets. I get less access and all that stuff. In fact, an agent friend of mine said the other day, dude, I try to DM you and I can't DM you. Because it says that because you don't pay for the check mark, I can't DM you. So I get it. Elon does this stuff that if you don't pay, you get less access, but I don't care. It is what it is. So what are you going to do? What do we have here? I know the Dolphins can win with this coach, but they're still my team. Oh, yeah. I'm not saying they're not my team. I'm going to watch. I'm just not wasting my money. I'm just not wasting my time. I'll watch the games and all that, but I am not going to training camp and sweating my ass off, Dolphin Dave. No, I'm not going to the Senior Bowl or the Combine and spending a lot of money that my sponsors, put up. No, not doing that. So, no. So, yeah, that again, has nothing to do with not being a fan. It's just a business decision. It's just not worth it. And then personally for me, this year, I'm like, well, why am I going to go to camp? What do I gain from camp? I don't gain shit from camp, dude. So why am I going to go to just sweat buckets? Meet you guys. That would be the only thing that's worth it, is to meet people. But to go to watch that again and build myself up again, I'm not doing that. Not doing that. Not building myself up. You get me excited. No. That's how I'm going to do it with the Dolphins this year. See if you guys can get me excited. Not me getting excited and creating all kinds of rah-rah bullshit, and then the team has to live up to my hype, to my enthusiasm. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I need Mike McDaniel to build the enthusiasm for me because I have none. I have zero hope and I have zero enthusiasm. So it's up to them to show me that I should get enthusiastic about them. That's kind of the way it is. But I'm not doing what I've done every year of my life. Not doing that. Not with that guy. No shot. Can't do it. Won't do it. So that's all I can tell you. While completely agree The Heat better not sign Herro to a max. Would it surprise us if they do? If the answer is no, then that tells us where they're at the business of winning. Yeah. What do you think Tua mindset will be? Can we really believe he'll play it safe and be smart? No. Tua can't be trusted anymore. As much as I love Tua and believe in Tua as a passer, I cannot believe him anymore. Yeah, another guy. You want me to believe you? Sure, show me, bro. Show me for a couple of years that you can do it. Because I already saw you do it for a year. I haven't seen you do it for a few years. Show me 2 or 3 years that you actually learned this is how I'm supposed to play. So, yeah, JJ the boss, I don't trust Tua at all. I expect Tua to make stupid decisions and put his body at risk. Yeah, that's what I expect. That's all he's ever shown me. So, let's see. The slam dunk contest is so bad, I'd rather watch my dog spin in circles. But wait, thank God Mac was in the competition. He made it interesting to watch the others. Had no creativity. They all sucked. I thought I saw the highlights of McClung's dunks, and I thought he did pretty good. The one of the guys sitting in the car, and then he jumped over him, that was pretty freaking good, bro. It's pretty good. Chris Paul was so bored, he tried to cheat at the All-Star festivities. Norca says, Big O, sweat it out and do laps with the team. Maybe challenge T. Hill to a race. Releasing Fuller is a head-scratcher to me. Cornerbacks don't grow on trees, and he was only due to make $7 million this year. Pat. They got Cam Smith, bro. What's wrong with you? Cam Smith. In the bank, Cam Smith. They're more than prepared. Anyway, Big O, you're hitting the lemon, lime, and honey water tincture for that sore throat? Yes. And I'm also hitting my Mucinex because the Mucinex really works. Ty in the Bronx, thank you for the love and the super chat. Shouldn't do that with the voice. Take the year off, Big O. Enjoy your concert. I won't take the year off. I'm just going to take extracurricular activities off. I'll watch all the games, watch the preseason games, all that. I'm just not doing the extra stuff this year. Maybe next year I'll go back, but this year I am not doing this stuff. Not doing it. It's been such a turnoff, Kyle McCord in the 3rd or 4th rounds is the move. I wouldn't mind that. See, Pat, you forgot about Cam Smith. I don't understand how you people can forget about the great Cam Smith. By the way, we're now up to 32 Bitcoin legislation bills. We have 50 states, and 32 of them now have bills. Okay. Now, we do have Wyoming, North Dakota, Pennsylvania, Mississippi failing, which I am shocked that Wyoming failed. But there must be some technical stuff, and then they'll get it through again. They'll try to get it through. All of them are not going to go through, of course. You'll have some Dems getting in the way of the Bitcoin reserves trying to happen since, they're anti and they didn't think about it. Let's see. Come on. You are more worried about corner than they are. That's right, Pat. What are you worried about the offensive line or corners? We got that shit down pat. Pat in Asheville. It was not good. Does anyone know how to retrieve money from a Coinbase wallet cold storage? Do you know? Don't you? Isn't there the passwords? Well, I know that Coinbase's customer service sucks, but if you have your passwords, you should be able to dig it up. Find out if there's a way you can retrieve them if you don't know your passwords. So that's the only thing I would tell you, my brother. But I don't use Coinbase, so I don't know. The only thing I've done occasionally is buy something off Coinbase and then move that shit off. And that's it. I don't trust Coinbase. I'm not a Coinbase guy. This has to be it for the yeah, Channing will probably get cut. Yeah, they'll save $1 million there. Like 1.3, 1.4, 1.5 million. So I'll save a couple of bucks there. Yeah. How do you want for the Dolphins' next head coach? Dolphin Dave, right now, I'm not going to talk about any of that because, I hope I'm wrong. Seriously. I hope Mike McDaniel proves me wrong and he has the season of a lifetime next year or this coming season. You know what I'm saying? Because you said it's your team, right? Well, the Dolphins are my team. I'm not rooting against Mike McDaniel, but I'm going to hope that they figure it out. I don't really want change, but I kind of see that that's the inevitable. And when it happens, then we'll find out who's available. And then, then we'll talk about it. But at the moment, I'm not getting into those that stuff is just a waste of time because I gain nothing talking about a future head coach that I don't even know. Is he available? Is he not? Are the Dolphins going to have a space open for a new head coach next year? Maybe Mike McDaniel figures it out. I have no idea. Okay. Do I have a lot of hope for it? No, I have no hope for it, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to be right. You know what I'm saying? So I got to sit here and I'll watch. I'm just not going to go the extra mile anymore. Not this season. So that's kind of the way I'm handling it all. What else? Build the damn trenches. Yeah, well, that's a 40-year thing. Tyreek is going to take over head coaching duties and GM duties in December. I like it. Vegas is giving great odds against McD, turning himself around and becoming a real head coach. Okay. I just read about the Irish guy whose 8,000 Bitcoin hard drive was thrown away accidentally 10 years ago. Yeah, he tried to buy the landfill to find it. Yeah, 750 million gone. Yeah, I know. It's crazy, dude. Crazy. Gotta have your passwords, man. Gotta have your passwords. Let me get to some birthdays. Okay. Let's get to some birthdays today. All right. All right, let's start off first with musicians celebrating birthdays today. Ed Sheeran, British singer-songwriter, born in this date in 1991. Wow. 91. Amazing. Aaron Lee, drummer with Avenged Sevenfold, born in 88. John Hassel, bassist with the Libertines, born in 81. Paris Hilton, socialite, singer, actress, DJ, born in 1981. Okay.
Who else? Taylor Hawkins, drummer, worked with Alanis Morissette on Jagged Little Pill, joined the Foo Fighters in 97. And as you all know, we just lost him in 2022 at the age of 50. Very young. He was born in 72. Billy Joe Armstrong, lead singer with Green Day, born in the state in 1972. Ricky Medlock, legend, baby. Best known as frontman guitarist for the Southern rock band Blackfoot. Also a member of Leonard Skinner, born in 1950 on this date. We'll go with that for musicians. Now let's go with other famous people celebrating birthdays today. Michael Jordan, the GOAT, is 62 years old today. Impressive. The man. Bonnie Wright, movie actress. She is 34. Vicente Fernandez, musician, Mexicano. Born in 1940, lost him in 2021. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, actor, is 44. Denise Richards, she is 54, the actress, model. Larry the Cable Guy, 62 years old today. Jason Ritter, TV actor, is 45. Dominic Purcell, actor, 55. Michael Bay, director, is 60. Jim Brown, the great Jim Brown, born in 36 on this day. We lost him in 23. Jerry O'Connell, 51. Very likable dude for me. And that is it. Sean Stanley, do you have any wrestlers born on this date?
Yes, sir. Yes. We do. Seiji Sakaguchi is a very young 83 today. Jimmy Jacobs turns 41. And Ricardo Rodriguez, he turns 39 on February 17th, 2007. 25.
All right. All right. Good stuff as always. By the way, Myles Garrett, there's a rumor of Philadelphia. Wow. Can you imagine the Eagles acquiring Myles Garrett? Well, that's what he wants to do. He wants to go to a winner. Wants to go to a place where he's got a chance for a championship. That certainly is in Miami. But yeah, the Eagles. I mean, they usually spend a first-round pick on a defensive lineman or offensive lineman, so they'll give up their first-rounder this year and something else, I'm sure. And if they want to get Myles Garrett, if they can afford to get Myles Garrett, I don't know. By the way, has Jalen Hurts gotten a new contract? Because I was thinking about this. That team is so interchangeable. You don't really have to commit long-term to Jalen Hurts. You can go get yourself another quarterback. And with that team, you know, Nick Foles, Jalen Hurts, move on, get the next guy. But it's interesting that Philadelphia, if you can interchange the quarterback and not have to pay $50-60 million, it really opens you up and gives you a little bit more flexibility as long as you can build it like Howie on the O&D lines. Yes, sir.
All right, so he signed a 5-year, $255 million deal.
Wow.
It looks like in 23, so he signed till 28.
Okay.
The base salary, though, is only like $1 million a year, 1.3. There's an option and signing proration and things like that add into it. So he's still very I mean, as a quarterback, I mean, that's not a big deal compared to what other quarterbacks are getting.
What is his cap hit? Because they probably gave him a signing bonus.
Well, now, okay, so it was 21.8 last, or 25. So that'll be this year coming up, or in 24 he was 13.5, 25 he's 21.8, 26 31.9, 27 and 28 is when it's going to hit big, 42.1 and 47.5.
Yeah. Well, okay. Not worth it, but when you have those lines, man, good shit, dude. Good shit. Howie is a badass. The Dolphins, like I've said, dude, they should draft fat guys. It should be an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman in your first round. That's what they need to draft. Nothing else. Let's see. What else do we have? Train, take me on out of this town. Let's see. Big O, my bad. You can't be talking about other pizza spots on your show. Competition for Big Cheese. Why? What'd you say? What'd you talk about? No, I can. Big O, have you tried Vice Pizza? No, I have not. I have not. But just because the Big Cheese is our sponsor doesn't mean I can't talk about it. I'm not going to shit on other pizza places unless they're really bad. But, you know, obviously the Big Cheese is, I love that freaking place. I've been going to that place for 40 years, dude. You know what I mean? You know, so the Big Cheese is a spot for me. But, man, you're going to run into other places eventually, and you're going to try other places. And, you know, I'm not going to be crapping on other places. I've never tried it. And if I try it one day, I'll tell you if I like it or I don't. I have no idea. But I'm glad you like it. You know what I mean? That's not an insult to the Big Cheese or anything. You know? I just tell you about the Big Cheese because they're phenomenal. They've been around for 40 years. I've been going there forever. The quality is second to none. The service is amazing. But, hey, man, there's going to be some other pizza joints that people like. Come on. You know? It's all good. I think the people at the Big Cheese know that they can't service all of South Florida. You know? So it's going to be a few other pizza joints that are going to be acceptable for folks. Anyway, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo, and you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation as always, and we appreciate you all. Thank you very much. By the way, the market is not doing good right now. We're waiting for the numbers this week, which I can imagine that we're going to have a little bit of a little bit of sketchiness for a couple days here. But Bitcoin is down at 95.6. Even my boys at Caspa, they were hitting the 11-cent mark. Now it's at 10.7. That hasn't moved down too much, but it's been strong, actually. And the markets obviously are closed because of President's Day. So there you go. Yes, sir. Big Cheese is awesome. I'm with you there. I may drive down from Pompano Beach to the Big Cheese this Thursday. There you go, Jay. Worth the drive, dude. Especially those garlic rolls. Oh, so good. So freaking good, bro. Absolutely awesome. All right, what else do we have going on? I think I'm out. I think I'm done. Yeah. Short show today. I'm kind of under the weather. Tomorrow, Ira Winderman, David Fronis, Manny Navarro. We will have a loaded show. We'll have all kinds of stuff to talk about. We appreciate all of you for tuning in and supporting our show. Don't forget to hit the like button. Also make a donation. Visit our amazing sponsors like Welton Rayom, like Caneswear, by the way, which use our code BIG010. You will get 10% off. Toyota of Hollywood, great sponsors of ours. Acura of Pembroke Pines, R&M Contractors and Custom Drywall. Just many, 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 many sponsors here. So please visit our amazing sponsors, and they will definitely take care of you. Moodius Dental is another great sponsor of ours. Cutter's Edge Pro, Sloman's, lots of great sponsors. And make sure when you visit those sponsors, you tell them that Big O sent you, and they will take care of you. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place, same bat channel.